Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. So as you guys saw, I made a ton of stuff for the art show, including a bunch of geodes, some new Buddha designs, and even just some random abstract art. A lot of times the abstract stuff I make by accident, right? I spill some of the bismuth onto the concrete, and lo and behold, it turns out very well. But I want to talk about something I noticed these last couple of weeks when I've been really busy with the bismuth art. I really returned with a vengeance because my supplier finally got a hold of bismuth, and so I ordered quite a bunch of bismuth. I noticed a few interesting footnotes to my art career. One thing I noticed is how much of our eating habits come automatically, and how if I just keep my hands busy, especially with things that are not very compatible with eating, right? So for example, making bismuth art is a perfect example of that, right? Your hands are dirty with metal and shavings and all that. You don't want to be eating. Not that it might be unsafe to ingest bismuth, but it looks very unsightly for sure, right? It just discourages you from eating. You can still eat, but it discourages you. You kind of have to clean up before you eat, and so I find out too many Americans have too much idle hand time, right? That they're watching television or they're doing something that's compatible with eating. So here at Phoenix College, we're technically not supposed to eat in the classroom. I don't always enforce that because I like to have good rapport with my students. Maybe I should, because I don't know. It's a double-edged sword, right? If you enforce when people can eat, sometimes it encourages them to overeat coming into the classroom, right? So that's a tough one, right? The reason it works with my bismuth is that I choose the time when I do the bismuth art, right? So I'll have to think about that. So one thing I noticed is that I eat a heck of a lot less. I'm saving a lot of money from not eating so much. Now let's bring up the saving money part of things. I noticed that no matter how much bismuth I buy, I can always seem to live on the rest of my money. So when I get my check, I always make sure to buy bismuth, tantalum, or whatever I need to buy, or load up my Roth IRA before I think about my other expenses. Because if I do it in that order, I can always make it work, right? If I think, I'll at the end of the month, whatever's left over, I'll buy bismuth, chances are I won't buy all that much, right? And unfortunately, that's a common mistake that a lot of my viewers make, a lot of my friends make. I talk to them about buying precious metals. They're like, oh, there's no money at the end of the month. Yeah, you got to do it at the beginning, not the end. All right, and you got to eat less, right? So I'm recording this in June, and I was just thinking how little vacation time we have here in the United States. In large part, probably because we eat so fucking much, right? We need to eat half as much and take twice as much vacation. We'll be so much happier and healthier and wealthier if we did it that way, right? But that's another story for another time. This is the Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum.